Hello, and welcome to your daily oracle reading for Wednesday, March 25th, 2020. I'm Linda the Lightworker. I'm a shamanic practitioner, tarot card reader, energy reader, part-time astrologer, and I'm your full-service shaman. So if you are requiring some clarity or would are interested in finding out more about me, check me out down below in my descriptions box. I have a link to my website, and all my info's down there. Let's jump into our cards. I'm not going to lie to you. We got some tough cards today. Oi. All right. I'm using the Wild Unknown Tarot. So our first card today is the Five of Cups. Now, I think this sad horse says it all. This is a card about disappointment, heartache, loss. Oftentimes it's associated with grief, um, sorrow. Those are the words that are connected with this card. And, yesterday we had that very powerful horse really charging forward. And today he's looking a little, well, that was a good idea, but it didn't quite work the way you wanted. I'm especially hearing this can be about friendships and loved ones having heartbreak and sorrow. So I I do know that some of our viewers, some of your YouTube community here are losing loved ones with this horrible virus as those numbers increase. And I'm also really hearing that many of us have been on social media more than usual. And people are disagreeing on which path to take or what's happening around us. And there's a lot of anxiety and chaos around us. So, this card about sorrow and heartbreak could be about you having to walk away from some friendships or even a loved one, or if you're in a relationship and you two are just not, you just need you need to be true to yourself in your heart. And there's grief that comes up when sometimes we have to do that. Sometimes in relationships, we have to walk away. I remember a high school friend that I reconnected with when I was caring for my mother. And I was really hopeful about having a great friendship with him, not a romantic interest, just a friend. And his ideas and beliefs were so harsh and so convoluted compared to where I was coming from that we just really had to end our friendship. And there's always loss and grief when that sort of thing happens. Our second card today is the Three of Swords. And this obviously is somebody's really, again, pierced your heart. Like betrayal is the word that I'm really hearing with this card too, that whatever someone has done, it feels like a betrayal. So, um, gosh, I don't usually get readings like this, but it's heavy. There's some heavy energy out there. And what's really coming forward, this our final card for the tarot is the Ten of Wands. And this is another like painful, overburdened card. You're feeling the weight of the world on you and feeling a betrayal and a loss of your personal power. So this could be things that are shifting here I'm in the United States, and things that might be shifting here. You might be feeling that you don't have any power and that these terrible things are unfolding. Or, as I really want to suggest, as you take it as, let's reevaluate. Why don't you reevaluate your priorities? When we have a card like such as this with the Ten of Wands, and we feel the weight of the world, um, there is such chaos. See the disarray of all these sticks. It's all chaos and dark shadows, smokes and smoke and mirror. I'm just keep hearing that the clarity is, we don't have a lot of clarity right now. And what Spirit is really suggesting for you is to realign your priorities. Where do your priorities lie? Who are you feeling connected with? For myself, it's my habit to stay connected to people whom I've known for, I'm a very loyal, long-time friend, and I really passionately love all of you, even if we do disagree. But sometimes there may be situations that we need to walk away from, and that is not easy. So, for you to mend your heart, really look at where your priorities are and how you're expressing yourself. What I'm really hearing too is that a lot of people during this time of uncertainty are feeling that pressure of the unknown and lashing out. It is, there are so many different ways we can respond. As you guys know, I'm a crier. That's my go-to emotion. Well, actually, I usually use humor first, but crying is my second. And there are people who have anger or rage. They go to outrage and lashing out at others. And perhaps your heart's been broken because when people are behaving in that manner, they say things that they perhaps what they truly do mean. So just be gentle with yourself and notice where your priorities lie. And by making our world so small, it is an opportunity for us to reevaluate, where do we want to spend our time? Who do we want to give our hearts to? Our hearts are very precious, and it's hard enough for us to give them to ourselves. So when we share them with others, that's precious cargo. So you may be disappointed, but I'm telling you, you're going to get through this. You're going to make it. And allow your grief to come out in whatever way it wants to. If you're able to creatively express it through music or art or photography or writing, find a way to let this pain and this sorrow out, because there's some stuff in there that you need to move that energy so that you're not feeling so overburdened by it all. And our final card today from the Denise Linn Sacred Travelers deck is the narrow pathways. Tread thoughtfully. There's a lot of fog around here, and these bridges are very small. So when we need to cross those bridges, and I know we've crossed this bridge before, I know we've had this narrow passageway, maybe not like this, but in different ways. It is about us slowing when you're going through a rickety bridge, you have to bring it back to each second, each moment, and bringing that energy, tying it down so that you're able to focus your energy on this path. There are no hand railings here. I don't know how we're going to cross this bridge, but I'm telling you, we're going to make it. We're going to make it across. Because you know what we can't see? This fog is going to lift, and maybe there's another path that's not quite so dangerous. So be patient. Be thoughtful, and allow yourself this space that you need in your heart to move the energy, because that sorrow feels really heavy. Nobody wants to see a sad horse, right? Do what you need to do to make your heart feel better, and do your best to remember those healthy self-care techniques, positive self-talk, emotional journaling, just letting it out, and then taking that anger that you've let out and set it on flames, make a little fire and offer it to the fire gods and say, take this anger away. And just remember that no matter what we're going through, we're all going through this together in our own way. And doing our best is the most that we can ask of ourselves. So be impeccable with your words. What are these? These are the 4 agreements. Have you read that book? There are 4 of them. Being impeccable with your words, always doing your best, take nothing personally. I always forget one. There's one more. I'll find it out, and I'll link the 4 agreements or the book in my descriptions down below, so you'll have them, because it's really great wisdom to live by. Having some faith during these difficult times and while we cross these narrow pathways is what's on deck for today. So, my dear, remember to take good care of yourself. Get plenty of rest. Drink a lot of water. Have a cup of tea. And be kind to yourself. Remember to I just see this Archangel Michael and with his gigantic golden wings coming in and enveloping us, enveloping you. Remember to give yourself a most loving hug, a self hug. That's a good hug. And just bring that loving energy into your heart and feel that love, even in pain. All right, my dear. I hope you know how much I love you and how grateful I am that you stopped by my little channel here. Let me know what's going on with you. Please comment or email me directly, LindaTheLightWorker@gmail.com. I love hearing from you. And I don't have the answers for anyone except what the cards tell me. And we'll just do our best to go day by day, living our life purpose, whatever that might be. And sometimes it's simply just relaxing and easing into these unsettling emotions that might be percolating. All right, my dear, I love you, and I look forward to seeing you next time.